Hello, everyone. My name is Holly, and I will be the English trainer for this hour, or at least one of them here at Verbling. We will be actually talking about honesty. We will do a quiz about honesty, and everybody will talk about their answers and then justify their answers. Once we finish that quiz, if there's enough time, we will then go on to what I call a structured free discussion, where you will choose questions and answer them. So, hello, Pablo. How are you today? Alpo? Hey. Hi, Pablo.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Fine, thanks.
My dog has decided he wants to make some noise.
Yeah,
So,
I
did you
can
hear
hear.
that?
Yeah.
so, so where are you calling from, Pablo?
What?
Where are you from?
I'm from Mexico City.
Mexico City. Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
Where are you from?
I'm in Idaho, up in the northwest corner of the U.S. So
Okay. What is the state? Idaho?
Idaho, yeah. It's between Washington, Oregon, Wyoming, and Montana.
Okay.
So it's just north of Utah. So yeah. And all right, are you new to Verbling or just new to my class?
New to your class because
Okay.
since the last week I started to practice.
Awesome. Okay. So fairly new. I've been with Verbling for about 2 months now. So
2 months?
2 months, yeah. I started like towards the end of September, end of September. Hey, Alpo, let, let me um let me introduce my dog since he's going to make noise this hour. This is Alpo right here,
Okay.
and he was actually born in Finland. No, he's born in Hungary. He was raised in Finland, and then about 5 years ago, when he was 6 years old, he came to the U.S. And normally, when I teach, he's very quiet. But there's
So, what do you do? You are a teacher, and
uh-huh.
why you travel around the world?
I've taught in South Korea and I've taught in Finland.
Okay.
And then I've also been to different places for conferences and stuff like that. And I've got to get this little boy out of this room one moment. So it's a good thing that I turned off my camera. Baby boy, come
Okay,
on. Hey.
it's so cool.
Yeah, but yeah, in Finland I went to Finland for 9 months and I stayed for 11 years. So
Okay.
yeah,
So it's an interesting job.
yeah. Yeah, I love teaching English. It's really great. I came back to the States to be close to my family, and also because I knew I could continue teaching English here online. So I came back in 2009, actually before Verbling even was in existence. So,
In your vacation, you travel to United States,
well,
or how do you choose what country?
I just get just like you just get a a contract. But now I'm living in the U.S.
Okay.
Teaching online, yeah. So Nuri, welcome. Where are you from?
Hi, teacher. I'm from Colombia.
From Colombia. Okay, and you saw my dog as well. so
Yeah.
so yeah. Yeah, no, Pablo. I've taught only in two other countries. I've traveled around though, but right now my choice is to teach online and be close to my family here in the U.S. So,
Okay.
but who knows what will happen in the future? I've
Okay.
I'm actually thinking that if I go abroad again, and that will be after baby boy dies, after Alpo, my dog, decides to go to doggy heaven, because I won't move him again. But I've looked into Colombia, so I'm thinking South America this next time. And I spent some time in Colombia, and I absolutely loved it. So, are you in Bogota, Nuri, or where in Colombia are you?
I'm in Bogota, but I born in Bucaramanga, another city.
Okay. And where in and you're in Colombia too? No, Pablo, you're in Mexico City,
Yeah,
right?
Mexico too.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. And Nuri, I spent about 4 days in Colombia 5 years ago, and
Yeah?
in
Where in
Bogota.
Bogota?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bogota. And then Pablo, my first trip a trip without my parents outside of the U.S. was to Mexico City.
Okay.
When I was 16, we spent a year raising the money and it was to an international conference at the Olympic Village. It was like a couple hours away.
The Olympic Village?
Yeah, 1968 Olympic Village.
Okay.
If
And
you
you
know what
traveled
that
to
is.
Mexico City?
Yeah. We went to Mexico City. We flew into Mexico City, and then we went over to this wherever that was, and then we came back to Mexico City several times. It was I think it was a 10-day trip. It was a long time, but it was in 1986.
86. And what place did you meet?
I don't remember hardly anything.
But in Mexico City only, or you traveled to other states like Jalisco or the beach?
I don't remember. I know I remember seeing the pyramids. There were like some pyramids. And the other thing I remember is we were 16 and we'd never been outside of North America, outside of the U.S. or Canada, and we ordered pizza. And of course we expected Pizza Hut pizza, right? And it was very different, and I remember being very surprised.
That it was your first travel outside of America.
Yeah, well, I had been to Canada when I was little, but Canada is so similar to the U.S. in so many areas. So yeah, that was the first time I'd been to anywhere where people did not speak English as their native tongue. So, yeah. But I remember also at the place where we stayed, we bought Pepsi, and they poured it out of the bottles and put it in plastic bags, and then we had a straw. I'm not sure why we did that, but so. Hi, Tata. How are you?
Hi, fine, thank you.
It's been a long time since I've seen you. So remind me where you are from.
I'm from Colombia.
Colombia too. Okay. Awesome. So we have Nuri here from Colombia as well, and you both have chosen fictional characters.
Yeah, I like my father too. First Kermit and then Mafalda.
Yeah, Kermit the Frog.
Yeah.
Yep. And then Tata, what character do you have?
Is Mafalda.
Mafalda. I don't know that character.
It's a cartoon.
It's a cartoon.
The author is Kino.
Okay. I'm not familiar with
Argentina.
Argentina.
Ah, okay, that's probably why. It's more of a South American.
But it's the smartest character in this country.
Okay.
It's great.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I think it's fun to actually ask people about their pictures. Pablo, this is a self-portrait. Is this a selfie?
Yeah. It's a character.
But I think because I see no arms, did your web camera take it?
What?
Did your web camera take it, or did your cell phone take it?
Of my tablet, I took.
Your tablet took it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and I purposely have Alpo's picture here because this is like only the second time that he has interrupted one of my classes at Verbling, but I always make sure that everybody sees him and knows that there's a possibility that might happen. So usually what he does is he'll walk around and he'll squeak his toy. It'll be squeak, 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 squeak. So Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. The topic today is on honesty. Okay, the learning objectives today for this class is for you guys to practice speaking, and it's more fluency. And if there's vocabulary, maybe hopefully you guys can learn some new vocabulary. But the main focus today for this class is fluency.
Okay.
Okay, so speaking. So we want you guys talking as much as possible. I will be writing, when you guys are talking, I don't want to interrupt you when you talk. So I will be giving language feedback on the Verbling chat. So look at that. And or I will, when you say something, I might say it, I repeat it to you again, so that you can see some other ways of saying the same thing. Okay? So what we're going to do for this class is we're going to start out by going through this, it's called a question of honesty, and we're going to go through hypothetical situations. And it's kind of a test, a quiz, and you guys will explain to each other. We will answer the questions, and then you will explain your answer. So you will justify why you have chosen to respond that way. So all four of us will talk, and if say for example, if Nuri says something, and Pablo, if you are interested and want to know more, you can ask her questions, and Tata as well. So please ask each other questions. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So number one. So Tata, could you read number one and then answer the question?
Okay. I ask the question too.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Tata, why don't you ask everybody else what they think? So give your response and then ask everybody what they think. So,
Okay.
yeah.
You are withdrawing cash at an ATM. The machine gives out an extra 20 bucks in error. Would you A. Keep the extra money and tell no one? B. Contact the bank and offer to return the money. Okay.
So what would you do, Tata?
I would the B. Contact the bank and offer to return the money. Why is my answer? I have a situation like this with a card. I find a card into the ATM and it's open, but it's a problem. Take these things because someone is the owner of this money or this card.
Mm-hmm.
Is wrong because the same situation could happen to me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a good situation that a person has this money because it's my money. It's wrong. It's wrong. Someone is the owner of those things.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you. And could you ask your colleagues what they think, what their answer is, and why?
Excuse me?
Can you ask your colleagues ask them what they think about this, what their answer is?
I tell to my colleagues?
No, ask them. Ask Pablo and ask Nuri.
Okay, Pablo. The second one
Or number one, just number one.
Number one? Okay. Repeat all the questions?
No, just Pablo, what would you do?
Pablo, what will you do in this situation?
Okay, I think I would choose the option B. I would contact the bank and offer to return the money.
And why?
Why? Because I think you do whatever you want just because you believe in that, not just because you are observing for someone.
Hmm. Okay, because you do what is right,
Okay,
even when a person is not watching.
exactly.
Okay, perfect. And Nuri, what would you do?
Yes, I choose the second one because uh, many of my friends work like cajero. I don't know how to
Yeah.
say in a bank,
ATM.
and when they have this situation, the bank give the money of her salary.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
I don't like this, and I prefer the second.
Yeah. So when the maybe the um, bank teller if the drawer is short, the salary will be taken. They might take the
Yeah,
money.
they take the
Yeah.
money from the salary. Yeah.
Yeah. I was a bank teller when I was in graduate school, and I remember I was giving out $100 bills, and they were new. New bills are stick together, and I gave out $100 more than I should have,
Wow.
and my drawer was $100 short, and they didn't take it out of my money, but I did get written up. The first only time I've ever been written up in a company in a job. So I was like, really? So
Yeah.
so
But
yeah.
it's happened in every case because if you work in a restaurant
Mhm.
and in the case that you give more money, you need to put of your own money.
Mhm.
That is the same case.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, if you get shorted anywhere, and which is frustrating. Yeah. Tata, one oh I was gonna say one thing you had said $20 when you read that. Usually in English when we read this part we actually use dollars. When we use the word bucks, it is usually for in a very informal situations. So do you have, like, for example, you would say to a friend, "Do you have $20 I can borrow?" And but normally you would say dollars in this situation. Hi,
Okay.
Jinju. Jinyu, how are you? Jinyu, are you there? Okay, maybe he's still trying to get his audio working. Okay, so and then also the word answer is instead of answer. This is a very common one. Maybe all of you have made. You would say answer, answer. So, all right. Let's go to number 2. Pablo, could you
No
read?
desordenen nada, dejen todo como estaba.
Hello.
The mom say instructions.
Oh, is Tata telling her kids to be quiet, or?
Yeah,
Okay,
something like
sorry.
Don't
It's all
worry.
right.
Microphone.
I was in a meeting today with probably about 60 people in one of these. It was in a conference solution called WebEx, and it was really funny because some people had never. This one lady, she did not know she needed to mute, and you you could hear her telling her kids to be quiet, all kinds of stuff.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's funny. So, uh, Jin Yu, are you there? Can you speak?
Hello, teacher. Can you hear me?
Hello. How do I pronounce your name?
Uh, you can call me Renyu.
Jin Yu. Okay. And where are you from?
I'm from China.
China. Well, welcome. We have Nuri, who is from Colombia, and Pablo is from Mexico, and Tata is from Colombia, and then I am from the United States. So welcome, Shinju, to this class. Pablo, can you read number 2?
Of course, teacher. You are driving late at night down a small road. You run over a dog. There are no witnesses. Would you A. Get out of the car and look for a number of the caller to call? And B. Drive on quickly without stopping.
Okay, so what would you do? Oh, first of all, one thing, this last word right here, try not to swallow the ending. So it's no witnesses.
No.
Witnesses. Okay, so but what would you do, Pablo?
I think I really like so I think
Okay, we cannot hear you. You sound. Could you?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah. You somehow you
Oh.
went away from your microphone.
Okay. Because of I like animal, I think I would choose the option A, get out of the car and look for a number of the caller to call.
On the caller to call. Okay. Have in Mexico, or is there usually some type of identification on animals?
What?
In Mexico, is there usually some type of identification on animals?
Yes, it's very useful.
Okay, it's very normal. Okay, and you like animals.
Yeah, of course, I love dogs, and I think I wouldn't leave alone a dog. I think so.
Okay, so I would not live without a dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, all right. Okay, and Nuri, how about you? What would you do?
I choose number in letter A.
Okay.
Get out of the car and look for a number on the collar to call.
Okay.
I have a dog and I want that if something happens to my dog, call me.
Okay. So you want people to treat your dog the same way, okay?
Yeah.
All right, Jinju, what would you do?
I will choose. I will drive on quickly without.
Okay, so you would drive on quickly without stopping? Okay, why?
A few years ago,
Mm-hmm.
my daughter liked dogs,
Uh-huh.
bought a dog for her. But this dog was barking all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like dog.
Ah. Okay.
That's only my idea.
Yeah, it's only you'd say only my experience or my what I my idea works too. Yes. Okay, thank you, Shinju. How about you, Tata? What would you do?
It's difficult because it's at night and
Uh-huh.
I am alone in my car.
Uh-huh.
Probably for my safety, I don't car.
Mm-hmm.
I choose an option C.
Okay.
After I call to the police or someone and talk about the situation, but probably I don't stop because it's standard to me.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So because it's night and you're alone and it's an isolated place, you would not get out of the car. Okay. Question for you guys.
Or I take I bring the dog and I transport the dog to a place
Okay.
and take the emergency service. Or,
Okay. So you would take it to a veterinarian hospital or an animal hospital. Okay.
probably.
Okay. Question for you guys. What if it's instead of a dog? What if it's a deer?
Deer?
What if what?
A deer.
I don't understand this word. Can you write?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll even go to Google Images and show you a picture. So this actually happened to me a year and a half ago. I was driving in the countryside in the mountains in Oregon, and
Okay.
a deer hit my car. And instead of stopping, I continued.
Okay.
So if you guys hit a deer, would you stop or would you continue driving?
Continue.
You'd continue.
Yeah,
It's
you don't know
interesting.
if this is a aggressive deer.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. You want to be attacked for a deer? I don't know.
Yeah. I think the one that hit me was kind of like I think this one maybe.
Okay, what did you do?
It was a really windy road. Do you guys know windy? So it was in the mountains and it was very very what do you call it? Very curvy or windy. And I felt it would not be safe to stop. Plus, it was like this.
Okay.
Maybe it was what kind of road? So these are curves. So it's curves, but it was let's see. It was kind of like this. And there was cars behind me, and it was dark, or maybe this type of thing.
And that is a common situation in the United States?
Oh yeah.
But
for deers, yeah, definitely. Hi, Alex.
Hi.
So,
Hi.
yeah, it's definitely very common to get hit by a to have. In fact, if you guys are ever in the United States or maybe even in your country, and you hit a deer or a deer hits you, always tell the insurance company that the deer hit you, because if you say I hit a deer, the insurance company will not pay.
Okay.
only for that.
So, and that's what the insurance company, when I called, he said, okay, so what happened? And I said, well, a deer jumped out on top of my car, and so
you
what?
said that a deer hit your car? You need to pay?
I said a deer jumped on my car because
Yeah,
it was
man.
jumped in the side of my car, and so he said, well, good. It's good that you said it that way, because if you would have said I hit a deer, we would not cover you. And I was like, $2,000 damage.
Opa.
So to the side, but I could still drive it.
What happened with the deer?
I have
did
no
you
idea.
kill it?
No, I found blood on my car, but it was 11 o'clock at night. It was in the mountains, and there were other cars behind, and I think it jumped on it kind of bounced off of my car and ran back up into the mountains. I hope. Or it bounced off my car and laid down and died. I don't know, because I just drove. I continued driving. So I didn't stop. I didn't stop at all.
Well, it's when you crash between a deer or a cow, it's better not stop. But
yeah,
with small animal is more easy, I think so.
With a pet, a dog or with a pet, it's different.
Rabbit, little small animal.
Yeah.
Maybe because you think if you hit a pet, maybe you don't feel well and you have to carry with the conscience. I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting if it's a wild animal versus a pet. So,
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go to number 3. Nuri, could you read number 3?
Yeah. Number 3. You need to step up an internet service in your new house. You discover that you can connect to your neighbor's internet for free without a password. Will you A. Get your own internet service? B. Just use your neighbor's service without asking? C. Offer to share your neighbor's connection and pay half the cost.
Okay. So Nuri, what would you do?
When I changed to this apartment, I choose letter A.
Did you? Okay. Were you tempted to do letter B?
No, excuse me, B.
You
Use
chose.
your neighbor service without asking.
So how long did you use it?
Only a week, only.
Only a week. Okay. So, but you eventually got your own service. So you only for 1 week you used your neighbor's service.
Yeah, and get out my own service.
Yeah, it's their fault for not putting a password.
Yeah. In this moment, all the companies give you a password, and
Yeah.
you have to change.
Yeah, nowadays they don't. You have, if you want it open, you have to make it open yourself.
Yeah.
Which I think is better. So.
Yes.
Shinju, what would you do?
I would just use my neighbor service.
Okay.
without-
You would too. I think we're all laughing because we've all done it. So you would do that one. Would you do it for a long time, or how long would you do it, Shinju?
I have done this for about 3 months.
Okay.
I
Only 3 months?
feel very happy about this.
Did they
Pause.
ever learn that you did that?
Teacher, can you repeat it?
Did your neighbors find out that you use their internet service?
He didn't find this.
Okay.
because
Uh-huh.
I am using a software.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right. Tata, what would you do?
I get my own service.
Okay, you would get your own service. Okay.
Yeah, because the capability of the system, I think that is probably low to
Mhm.
share
Mhm.
this internet service.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, all right. Pablo, what would you do?
I think I would choose the option A, get your own internet service, because the last year it happened to me and it's so uncomfortable that something is connecting on your own service.
Uh-huh.
And I think that it's like if you rob someone,
Mhm.
no? Because you aren't paying for that service.
Mhm. Did you have a password on yours?
No.
Oh.
No,
Mine-
yeah, I have a password,
You
but
need a password.
yeah, I have a password, but some people have different software
Uh-huh.
that can crash your password.
Okay, so you got
Yeah,
hacked. Yeah.
that's possible.
Okay.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah, because I would never do it if there was not a password and I needed the internet, I would use it.
Okay, but only for one moment or
Yeah,
for
just-
months.
And probably like Nuri for a week or so.
Okay, it's
Maybe.
okay.
So, yeah, but I remember the last place I moved to, there was free internet service in my neighborhood, but the name of the internet service was a really bad word.
Upa.
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't think that this is safe. So I didn't ever use it. But okay. Number 4, Shinju, can you read this one?
Number 4.
Yeah.
You are driving out of a hotel car park. You accidentally scraped another parked car. Nobody notices except you. I would drive away without saying anything.
Okay, that's what you would do? Okay,
That
why
would be number 1.
why would you choose A? Why would you choose that option?
Because I am self. I want to save my money.
Okay. So are you self-employed?
Teacher,
What do
I
you-
don't know this word.
Okay.
Self-employed?
No, what did you mean by I am self?
Oh, mm,
Did you
I
mean
only do things for myself. I don't care about the other person.
Okay, so you'd say I am selfish.
Oh, I am selfish. Oh,
Okay, I'm selfish. Okay. So okay, so that's one you would do. All right, and Tata, what would you do?
It depends. If
Okay.
the scrape is huge, I suppose that I need to contact the owner of the car. But if it's small, it's not necessary, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Now in Bogota, my city, it's
Yeah.
complicated because people create a conflicts because small problems between in the traffic, but it's most the time that the people lose. But the problem is really small.
Mm-hmm.
But if huge, yes, I contact the owner of the car.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So if it's a small one, you would call it a big scrape. You would
But
contact.
it's a problem because I suppose that the employee on the parking have problems
Mm-hmm.
for my field, and I
Yeah.
suppose that it's necessary to talk to someone about the problem.
Yeah. My sister and I were driving somewhere one time, and um, she scraped a car, and as the driver, she did not notice. And as the passenger, I wasn't sure whether she did, but the car was white and it had a bunch of paint. There was huge paint taken away from it, and it was a very ugly car. And if she scraped it, it was very, very tiny, very, very tiny. And so I was in the car, and the man the man was sitting in that car. He got out and wrote down my sister's license plate number.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "What?"
Yes,
So
not necessary.
so I ended up taking pictures of his car in case they contacted our insurance.
This man
Uh,
wants money, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And if I would not have taken pictures, they would have contacted. And it was just a tiny little scrape that she did. And they were huge scrapes in that car. And I'm like, really? So, anyway, Pablo, what would you do?
I think if that is not big deal and if the scrap is very small,
Uh-huh.
I drive away without saying anything. But if
Uh-huh.
I really hit or damage the car, I should pay for that.
Uh-huh. Okay, so it just again, like you and Tata are the same. It depends on
It
how
depends.
big it is. Okay. And Nuri, what would you do?
I choose number. Digo,
Letter.
I do. I did one time put a note under the windscreen wiper with my contact because that's my fault,
Uh-huh.
and
that's-
I write a letter. Please call me.
So that's what you've done before. Okay. Yeah, and for me, I would also do B, but if it was a tiny little scrape that you really can't tell, I probably would not do anything. So, okay, number 5. Tata, could you read that one?
Okay. An elderly aunt gives you a very ugly painting for your house. Would you A. Say you don't like it and give it back? B. Say you like it but never display it? C. Say you like it but only display it when she visits?
Okay, so what would you do, Tata?
C. Say
Only.
you like it but only display it when she visits.
That's
This
pretty
is
funny.
the easy way to solve this situation because really the painting is ugly. I don't have food in my house because I should see this ugly paint all the day.
Uh-huh.
Not necessary to me, but I don't want um, hurt my aunt. I suppose that I will do that. Number C.
If you have a big house, you can display it in a guest room that you never go into.
Okay, it's another option.
Yeah, that's what I've done. But okay, so Pablo, what would you do?
I think I would choose the option A. Say you don't like it and give it back.
Really?
Yeah, you don't have to do if you don't like it. So you need to be honest and say that you don't like it and give it back.
Wow. Okay. Honest. That's
Honesty is
amazing.
the most important.
I don't think I could do it. I could not do that to my aunts. But Nuri, what would you do?
Chose C.
So you like it, but only display it when she visits. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did this.
You've done this.
Yeah. I use this situation.
Okay. Yeah. And Shinju, what would you do?
I would say I don't like it, and I'll give it back to her.
Okay, so the guys would be really honest and say, "I'm sorry, this does not work in my house. Keep it."
Yeah.
I'm very busy. I don't want to waste time with her.
Uh-huh. Okay. That's interesting how the women have one answer and the men have a different one. Okay, number 6. Pablo, would you read that one? Pablo? Is that your name?
Okay. Yeah, I am here. You want to watch a new movie that has not yet been released in your country. Would you wait for it to be released? And B, search for a copy online and watch it in your own computer. I think I would wait for it to be released.
So, is it illegal to do that in Mexico?
What? Search for a copy online? Yes, it's
Yeah.
illegal.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So I
But
think
it-
it depends on the country whether it's illegal or not.
But it depends that you really want to see this movie because if you are anxious to see that movie and you want to be at the cinema and you want to appreciate all the special effects, it would be better to see at theater.
At the theater. Better to wait
Yeah.
for the theater than see it at home. Okay. Yeah. Nuri, what would you do?
I choose letter A.
Hmm. Why?
I like to go to the cinema,
Ah,
and it's only for that.
okay. Awesome. Okay, Jinju, what would you do?
I like this topic. The topic is very interesting.
Uh-huh.
I would choose. I would choose. I would choose to search for a copy online and
Uh-huh.
watch on my computer.
And keep it as well.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, we can hear you.
Oh,
Yeah. So you would search it and keep it and watch it on your computer. Is it legal to do that in China?
mm, China has the strict censorship of the films.
Mm-hmm.
Although some films is released on the internet, but we can't see those movies on the Chinese market. I hope.
Ah. Okay. Continue.
Mm, uh, mo- just like this, most of Chinese people don't have the chance to use YouTube and Google. I can't do it. I can't do this with the help of my friend. He is a software engineer. He helped
Mm-hmm.
me to solve this problem, so I can talk to you. Most of Chinese people don't do this.
Uh-huh. Okay. So you're normally cannot do this kind of class. That's awesome then.
Oh,
Um,
oh,
that you
teacher,
yes.
I have seen many videos you made in the Wobbling. You
Oh really?
have been you have been teaching English in Finland for many years.
Yep.
You move back to the USA and
Uh-huh.
take care of your father because he is old.
Yep. That's
Oh, I like your lessons. You are very patient.
thank you. Thank you. I don't know who watches my videos, so that's neat that you watch that. Yeah, and I just wish my mother would agree to move in with me. She won't do it. So,
Uh,
but she will
it's
one day.
of you. It's very kind of
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. And see, Tata, what would you do as far as the movies?
Okay, I like to see these new movies in a theater, in a cinema.
Uh-huh.
It's not the same situation. And it's better to
Yeah.
see in the cinema.
Yeah.
I choose the option A.
Yeah, and I would choose option A too, but if I was in a country like Jeonju that censored the movies, and I would probably choose both, do depending on the movie. So,
Teacher, I have a question. For
okay.
example, in Mexico, there are a lot of people that can afford to buy a ticket for a cinema,
Uh-huh.
and they buy a copy online or a pirate. I know what
Uh-huh.
is the
The
name,
pirate copy. Uh-huh.
a pirate copy. So what would you do? You think this is right or no?
Well, it's kind of it in my opinion,
Yeah, I know.
there's I think the right thing is, yeah, we should not buy the pirated copies and stuff like that, and we should help the industry, but at the same time, um Well, if you're in a country where it's not illegal,
You
but
you would travel to other countries in this.
yeah, when I lived
I,
in
I think that it's different when you the person is the owner of something. For example, I am an industrial designer. If
uh-huh,
I design one product and I work hardly
work
2 or
hard.
3 years, work hard,
Hmm.
develop this product and patent to do the license,
Hmm.
everything to can um, sell this product on the market is frustrated that someone in another country copy my product and don't work in the same way to to me, you know?
As I did, yeah.
It's terrible, but a
Hmm.
huge industry like the music or movie industries, I think that is is hard to. It's, it's not easy to decide.
Yeah.
But in some countries, all the country is focused on copy everything.
Hmm.
It's a different way to think.
Yeah.
I
For
think
me,
that there are different insights for this.
it's, for me, it,
For
when
example,
you have a country that says, like the United States says, it's illegal, don't do it. So it's black and white for me. I don't do it. But if I'm in a country where it's not illegal and it's okay to do,
for example, in Mexico,
uh-huh,
the price of a common original copy is
mm-hmm,
around $15.
uh-huh,
But this amount of money, one common person don't the minimum salary is
mm-hmm.
$2, and they
Wow.
need to work around 1 week only to buy original copies. But for that reason, I think that there are a lot of side on things. I
Yeah.
think that it's not good that something copy your work. I think that
Yeah.
it, it has a rough part.
Yeah, because I don't know. I've wrestled with this one for a long time because when I lived in Finland, I wanted to watch a TV series that I had never seen, and so a friend said to me, "Oh, just download it," and so I downloaded it, and didn't realize just how, and I ended up downloading all 7 seasons. It took me 6 months to do, and I didn't realize just how what I was doing was really wrong until later. I mean, I did, but I didn't. Um, because of that, I have every intention of when I get the $200 of buying it from that country. That so and um, okay. Hello,
Hello, I can't hear you.
can you hear me now?
I can't hear you. Very clear.
Hello,
Yeah,
Hello, teacher.
can you hear me now?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
Yes, yes.
okay. Yeah, I was just sitting here, so I don't know what happened. Um, but I think I said that I have, because of what I did in Finland, I plan on actually spending the $200 and buying the series that I did. So eventually, if I ever get that money. So, um, wow, we're kind of towards the end of class. Okay, now next one, number 7. You were late for work because you overslept. Would you say you overslept? B, blame the traffic or trains, or C, make a different excuse? For me, I would just say I overslept. Just because I find that the easiest excuse, to be honest. So Nuri, what would you do?
I choose the same.
Uh huh. Yeah.
Yes, it's better.
As long as you don't oversleep every week. If you do it like once a year, it's okay.
Yeah, it's probably that anyone have this situation.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
For me, it's better to say that I oversleep.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Tata, what about you?
I choose the option C.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I changed because it's I don't know. I probably said another excuse.
Yeah, so you just come up with something different. Okay, what would you do, Chinju?
I would say, to be honest, I would say I overslept.
Okay. Okay, you would also just say I overslept.
Mm.
Okay. Okay, Pablo, what would you say?
I think the easy answer would be say you're oversleep.
Okay. To me, that's the easiest. In Idaho and even in Finland where I lived, you cannot blame the traffic because we have no people here. So now, if you're in Mexico City or
Yeah, all the time you can blame the traffic.
yeah, in China you can blame the traffic.
Yeah, in Colombia it's the same. You can say, blame the traffic.
You can or can't.
Can.
You can. Okay, so in Colombia you can as well, but not in Idaho and not in Finland. Korea you could. So, okay, number 8. You are in a music store and see someone putting a CD into his jacket pocket. Would you A, tell him to put it back, B, tell a shop assistant, or C, pretend you hadn't noticed? And I will give my answer. For me, it depends on the size of the person. If the person is smaller than me and younger, I would probably tell him to put it back. But if it was, or if the person if a person's physically bigger than me, I would tell a shop assistant.
Don't be afraid.
What would you do, Pablo?
I think I tell a shop assistant.
Uh-huh, okay. And what would you do, Shinju?
I would pretend I didn't say this.
Okay. Okay, you would pretend you hadn't seen it. And how about you, Nuri? What would you do?
Letter B, tell a shop assistant.
Okay, you would do the shop assistant. And Tata, what would you do?
Yes, the number B.
Yeah.
I
I think it was probably about 10 years ago, my 11-year-old niece put a candy bar in her pocket. And I walked up to her and I said, "What are you doing?" "I was going to pay for it." "Yeah, right. Put it back." So, anyway, well, thank you very much, everyone, for your participation. It's been really great to meet all of you. I've seen Tata before, but the rest of you are new to me, so thank you very much. And we'll see you all in another class one day.
See you later, teacher.
Thanks,
Thank
bye.
you very much. Bye.
I have
Bye-bye.
the last
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
Goodbye.
Bye.
teacher.